Thank you. Correction. Raise the one toe. And then raise the heels down. And then back up. Another
Welcome everyone to our very special service today where we have Sangha members of all ages here. Exciting, so vibrant. My name is Hayun. I'm a Dharma teacher here, and we'll be starting our day with 3 prostrations. The way we always start our services. Some of you are very, very familiar with this. The others, if you're able to do a full prostration, like some of us will demonstrate together, you are welcome to. If you just want to make a bow, that's fine too. When doing this, feel your hands open up. So even if you're making a bow, open your hands on your knees and really experience that sense of opening your hands and allowing yourself to really experience what the world has to offer today. All right, so let's all stand up. Okay, you all want to help me with the prostrations? All right, so we start with our hands in Upjhana of sincere heart. Make a bow. Hands up. And we go down to our knees. And we look at the Buddha. And we go down to the ground. Forehead on the ground. Hands pointed up. Opening your hands. Go back. This time down, open hands. And we come up onto our knees. Again, looking at the Buddha. And down again. And make that. So we're going to sit for about 5 minutes. Is that it? Yes. Let's just take a breath, compose ourselves. Okay. With our most sincere heart, we're going to keep silence for 5 minutes. Breath is steady. It's slightly forward, straightening your spine. Eyes at half mast, soft focus. Hands in comfortable meditation mudra. Tongue resting gently against the top 2 front teeth in your mouth. Breathing from your belly. Feeling each breath come all the way through your body. When your mind starts to wander, remember that you are a mountain, sitting strong and firm. And the thoughts are just passing clouds, let them pass. Very good, everyone. 5 stars. Um, so today, among other things, we are celebrating and honoring the achievements of our Zen Awakening Minds program, which is our teen program, where for 9 months, this extraordinary group of teenagers has been learning about sexuality education here at the temple, but also learning the Dharma. And it is a very precious and special program. We're also joined by our families program, who are all very disappointed because they wanted to be on the ground today, and we had to change plans at the last minute because it didn't look like the weather was going to cooperate. So we're welcoming our families program, and welcome to all the adults who have joined us today too. We're hoping that this service will be meaningful for all of us. A few of us actually did spend the afternoon on the water yesterday and had a delightful time kayaking down the Huron River. So water has been on my mind lately. There is an old saying which Haji Sunim tells us about, and I wanted to ask you all if you can answer this. How do you save a drop of water?
By drinking it.
Any other guesses?
Consuming it. You turn off the faucet.
Yes.
Consuming it.
Yes. Yes. You throw it in the ocean. That's how you save a drop of water. I've been thinking a lot about water lately. Now that the weather's warmer, we're all like doing a little bit more, like lakes, streams. I was at Pickerel Lake this week. There was a young man, Uncle and I were there, and the young man said, "Isn't it great that we live in Michigan?" And I was like, "It's great." So, whether it's little jars of water like this on our altar, whether it's our little pond out back, whether it's big Huron River, or whether it's something big like Lake Michigan or the ocean, bodies of water have so much to teach us all. One of the things they teach us is that water will hold the shape of any container it's put in. How many times have I thought, oh, I don't want to be in a square container, I want to be in a round container. And I caused myself so much suffering by trying to get into that round container, when in fact I could just follow the course of water and be comfortable in my square container. The other thing I was thinking about that water can teach us is that water always flows. It's just, even if it's sitting still, it's just got that little movement, and you see the eddies, and you see the little seeds floating along the surface of it, and it's just always got a vibrancy. And in our lives, we get stuck on things. It's easy to get stuck. And yesterday, my kayak, the Huron River was so low that we were constantly getting stuck on the rocks. Mm-hmm. And so my kayak got stuck on this big set of rocks. And the only way to move my kayak off was to lean into the river. I couldn't focus on the rock. I had to focus on looking at the river and leaning into the river. And then my boat went off. And so I really felt like the Huron River taught me a great thing yesterday, which was just to learn to flow, to learn to follow that flow. When you see like the gnarly stuff stuck, that's all of our gnarly stuff. It's stuck on those branches and everything. But when we start to flow, when we just move like the water, it's so much easier for us. And the final thing I was thinking of is about water, is how much it teaches me about humility. And I know that you all are saying, oh, Hayun, don't talk to me about humility. It's the last thing I want to focus on in my school, where nobody's focusing on humility. Or it's the last thing I want to focus on at work, where nobody's focusing on humility. But I want you to think of humility not as necessarily something where it's like pointing the finger and saying, you must be humble, but more like uh, finding the right key to a door. So you're looking through a door. So you're looking for that humility key, you look through the door, and inside that room that key opens is the room of gratitude. That room of gratitude is where we say, thank you for this water. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this. And we start building gratitude upon gratitude. There are people who every single morning start their day with gratitude practice. And that's a wonderful way to start your day. So humility practice leads you to the gratitude room. And then there's another keyhole in the gratitude room. And you look through that keyhole and you open it. You know what that room is? That room is happiness. Because when we start thinking about all that we have, no matter how many problems we have in our lives, when we think of all we have to be grateful for, that room of happiness starts opening up to us. And so when I tell you to focus on humility, I'm thinking it opens so many doors and so many rooms for gratitude and happiness. So what I'd like to actually hear a few answers about when you think about what body of water you resonate with, and when you think of like, I want to go home to the water, where do you think of going? Could be anywhere. What's the body of water that you resonate with the most? Athena?
I don't know.
No, you don't like water? You
I
like
don't
what's
like
in
it, but I don't know.
Okay. Who else? Yeah, Jinx.
So I don't really like deep waters, it kind of scares me. So I think of the small stream or river in my house.
Does it have a name?
Just
No name river.
above the
That's nice. Beautiful. How about anyone else? Yeah.
I was wondering if you could explain a little bit what humility means.
That's a good question.
Or
Yeah. Humility is about, it's not about saying, I'm no good and you are good. That's not it at all. What it is having enough in your heart to allow yourself to feel happy for someone else, happy for someone else's gain, even when you lose a game and someone else wins, you say, okay, we had a good time playing this game. I'll get back to you. And so humility is about knowing your place in the world. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about it when we get to our little meditation. So yeah.
The water in my faucet.
Well, that's very good because, we have oceans living beneath our skin, oceans of blood keeping us alive. And so we need that water from our faucet too, for sure. Yeah, Rue.
The lake that I've been going to since I was little.
And what's it called?
Silver Lake.
I know that one. Where else? Yeah.
Malik Creek, which was the creek I grew up on, and then Huron River, which it connects to.
Warm Caribbean water. No waves, just.
Yeah.
My swimming pool.
Nice.
It's too. So last time I went to California, I stayed at a hotel which had a warm pool and a hot tub. And I like
Nice.
I'm a surfer, so when I think of the water that I connect with most, I think of the breaks on the Indian Ocean in Western Australia, where I've caught some of my biggest and best waves, and also where I've had some of my closest encounters with the more powerful sides of water.
Wow. Thank you. Hey.
For a body of water that I think of the Caribbean, but especially around Puerto Rico because part of my family is from there. So I was thinking about going back there and seeing my great grandma. I think it'd be a good deal. Yes, yes.
So now we're going to do a little exercise that I invite you to join me on. Where we close our eyes, I'm going to ring the bell, and I'm just going to walk each of us through, because I know everybody in this room has some water that they really love and appreciate. You need water to stay alive, but also it's so nourishing. So I'm going to ring the bell. Let's all be quiet for a little bit. And I want you to close your eyes, compose yourself, straighten your backs, and just think about that water. Bring yourself there. So you're on your feet, you walk into your water. You're feeling the sun on your face. You get to the water. You see the surface and it's shimmering. The sun's bouncing off of it. You see those little seed motes floating on the surface, and maybe some little bugs on the surface too. You might even see some fish in your water to see. The air is filled with oxygen. You're breathing it in. Feeling such an interconnection with the water. And as you do so, the beauty and the majesty of that water helps you to remember your place. And that place is where humility lives. You know that many moons have risen and fallen long before you got to this water. This water has been there long before you've been alive. And it'll be there long after you're dead. Instead of feeling sad about that, you're grateful because you're a part of that water. And it's running through you and around you. It's your teacher. You're feeling very humble. You feel very blessed to be there. Maybe a little tear comes to your eyes. And you just feel praise for that water. Praise for that day. Praise for the universe that gave those carbon particles to make that water and to make you. Praise to our world, which holds such beauty and majesty and wonder. Take a final deep exhale, inhale, exhale. And take ourselves away from our body of water and into this beautiful room with all of our bodies in it. Let's make vow. And I'm going to end my little talk with a story that I thought of specifically for our exam graduates, but I hope that you all get a lot out of it too. I love the old Zen stories. Not only do they have a lot to teach us, but they're totally fun. So this one is about an old Zen master who lived many years ago before they had faucets that could control the hot and cold water. And he wanted to take a bath. So his novice monk poured in hot water, but it was really hot. It was like scalding hot. So he told the novice monk, there needs to be some cold water in here too. So the novice monk went to the well and fetched some cold water, and he poured it in till it was just right. You know how that feels? Just right. There's a little water left in the pail. So the young novice monk just tossed it out the door. And the older monk was horrified. He was like, why would you just throw it out the door? It could have watered the plants in the temple. It could have done all these other things. Instead, you threw it away. And you know what happened next? The novice monk, enlightenment, instant enlightenment. You heard this thing. You could have saved the water, and it was enlightenment. And what was that all about? The 3 lessons that I take from that. The first is to conserve water. You don't just toss it out. You think, what can I do with it? At the temple, when we have extra water, we feed it to our plants. It's very important to think because water is a precious resource. We're so lucky to be in Michigan in the Midwest because we have ample water, but out west and in other places they don't. And so it's really important for us to be in solidarity with our friends who don't have enough water. The second big lesson that I think this is about is being mindful about what we're doing at every moment, right? That young monk kind of lost mindfulness. He was so busy trying to please his teacher that he lost sense of what he was doing. So he needed to be in that present moment more. And the third lesson, which I think is the most important for me, and I hope you take it with you, is that, wherever we go in life, we have a tendency to say, I want to do the big things. I want to be the big things. I want to be the big deal. I want to be the stockbroker, the lawyer. I want to climb Mount Everest. Those are all good things. But some of the most important things that bring us the most happiness and even the most little moments of enlightenment in our life, because I believe all of us have little moments of enlightenment that we're looking for a lot. And those little moments, just like tossing a little water, can help us understand that sometimes it's the little moments that bring us those periods and just moments of enlightenment. It doesn't have to be climbing Mount Everest. It doesn't have to be being a stockbroker. It doesn't have to be any of those things. Those are fine. It's fine to have aspirations. But what's really important is noticing every moment and finding that peace of contentment and humility and gratitude and happiness that we can find every morning. So that's my little story to leave you with. Find the happiness in the small moments. So now our very, very patient young folks from the Families Program are going to depart, and they are going to have fun. They are making toad abodes today to save our toad friends, which are kind of dwindling in population. So we're going to be helping them out by building these abodes. So I'm going to invite the Families Program, after we do the 3 refuges, to depart. So we're going to stand up together, do the 3 refuges, and then you all will go. Okay? Okay. I'd like everyone to repeat after me. Buddha, the awakened one.
Buddha, the awakened one.
The awakened heart in us all.
The awakened heart in us all.
And the living force of peace.
And the living force of peace.
May I take refuge in the Buddha.
May I take refuge in the Buddha.
Dharma.
Dharma.
The teaching teachings of the Buddha,
The teachings of the Buddha,
moral discipline and wisdom.
moral discipline and wisdom.
May I take refuge in the Dharma.
May I take refuge in the Dharma.
Sangha,
Sangha,
the happy and joyous community
a happy and joyous community
of all living beings.
of all living beings.
May I take refuge in the Sangha.
May I take refuge in the Sangha.
Okay, Families Program, we invite you to take your departure and we will meet you afterwards outside for our potluck feast. Well, maybe not feast, a reception.
Potluck yummy.
And you all are invited as well to join us in the potluck after this service outside in the backyard. Okay, so now I invite everyone to sit down again, and we're going to have our presentation to our exam graduates. So I just wanted to say to all of you who are commemorating this moment today, how proud we are of you. You have come so far in these 9 months, and we've seen you blossom, grow, and become blossom in so many ways. And I just wanted to say that not only I hope you've learned a lot in this program, we're going to hear from you later, but I can speak for myself that I've learned a lot from you, and I've grown a lot from being in your presence. So I honor that presence. Thank you so much. I'm going to introduce the coordinator of our exam program, Zen Awakening Minds, Teresa Lesperance, who has guided this ship so deftly for the past 9 months. We owe you such a debt of gratitude, my sister.
Some of you know about this program here, and some of you don't. So I just want to give you a little overview. So as Haiyan said, starting.
Let's see if we can get you right. Where's the microphone? Please put it in.
Hello.
Mom, can you please help with it?
Testing, testing. Is that working?
No, I can be really loud.
Hello, hello?
I think we got to use it because then each person who speaks will be ready.
I am so good at technology.
I'm not used to this, so. You have to correct me if you can't. Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So starting in October and going through today, 9 teenagers, most of who are here right now, join us in a monthly overnight retreat to investigate Zen Buddhist values, virtues, and practice, to explore their attitudes, values, and feelings about themselves, their sexuality, and others' sexuality within a Buddhist setting. To this end, we've leveraged an evidence-based sexuality curriculum and our own resident Buddhist expertise to discuss topics most important to young adolescents, including those typically excluded from sexuality, education, and health classes. All told, participants engaged in 96 hours of programming. Plus, they got a taste of monastic experience here at the temple. Our topic guide includes content relating to Buddhist value, virtue, and practice, recognizing that sexuality is much more than just sex, linking physical, emotional, psychological, and cultural aspects of the human experience to our ideas about sexuality, reflecting on bullying and bystander responsibilities and what we can do, understanding the facts about STIs, pregnancy, and parenting decisions, recognizing the difference between sexual reality and sexual fantasy, learning hallmarks of healthy relationships, skill building in developing awareness and consideration for our personal well-being and the well-being of others, taking ownership of our personal behaviors as it relates to intimate relationships, including consent education, what we might want for ourselves now and in the future, cultivating a language for communicating our desires, needs, and concerns with a romantic partner, and learning how we can be safe and respectful in our interactions with ourselves and others. This course and format is a serious commitment for all those young people who are leading very interesting lives at home, in school, on the field, and in other places. They come each weekend with deep curiosity and expressions of sincere, loving kindness towards each other over the course of this journey. They have cultivated deep relationships here, deep friendships. It's our great hope that this course provides them a toolkit to leverage as they navigate the winding and wily river of their lives in this deeply interconnected experience on earth. To our participants this year, with deep gratitude, Hayun and I recognize your dedication. You have all come with a generous heart. Thank you. So I'd like to invite our participants up. Can we do our certificates first and questions after?
So, as I called you in, could you come up and just kneel and punch here? Teddy, Hopes. Teddy, this certificate is presented to you in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of Zen Buddhist Temple in Honolulu this June 2023. And at the bottom of the certificate, thank you for coming with curiosity and compassion. And in recognition, I'd like to give you a little boutonniere. And it's one that has clover, lavender, mint, and amaranth, which are all in bloom at this time of year. So every time the time comes around in the seasons where you see clover, mint, lavender, and you even smell it, You remember your participation in the Zen program. And in that spirit, you are the light to lighten the world. Thank you. Next person. Brandon Barnes. Hi, Brandon. This certificate is presented to Brandon Barnes in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple, Ann Arbor, this June 2023. Thank you for coming with curiosity and compassion. And Brandon, you too get this little boutonniere to wear. It'll be even good when it's all dry, you know, because these flowers are made of wood. So whenever you see the clover, you can remember your Zen practice. Yeah. Thank you. Sure. Lou. Hey, Lou. Lou's been around since she's been a baby. I think even before being a baby. So it's pretty wonderful to have you taken this course with us. This certificate is presented to Aruna Rue Bradley in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple in Arbor, June 2023. And all of us say thank you for coming with curiosity and compassion. And you are the light to lighten the way. Ready? This certificate is presented to Adeline Becker in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple in Arbor, this June 2023. Thank you also for coming with curiosity and compassion. So Cobra, you know Cobra? Mm-hmm. What's this one? Yeah. This one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this one, red one's called Amaranth. Please, you are the lamp to lighten the way. Did you know that? No? Leo. This certificate is presented to Leo Smith in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple, Ann Arbor, 2023. Leo, thank you for coming with your whole curiosity and compassion. Do you recognize these?
Well, one of them were tiny mango, that's lavender.
Yeah.
The red is amaranth,
Uh-huh.
and what's the first one?
This is mint, eh? And what about this one?
I don't know that one.
It's clover, white clover.
Color, yeah.
So every time you see those blooming, you remember, oh, that was that June 2022 day. You are the light to lighten the way. It's true, you know. Jinx. This is, as we call it, as a healthy saying, I just cannot be struck by the uniqueness of each of these young people. It's been such a cauldron of drama and learning. Jinx, this certificate is presented to Jinx Vander Elzen in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple and Order this June 2023. Yeah. And for you too, thank you for coming with curiosity and compassion. How about you? Do you recognize all these? Oh. Chicago as well as Rio and Teddy. And I've also known you from times when you used to run up and down the stairs in Chicago as a young fellow. This certificate is presented to Kaho Curtis Greenspan in recognition of completing the Zen Awakening Minds program of the Zen Buddhist Temple in Arbor, June 2023. And also for you. Thank you for coming with curiosity and compassion. Do you have to wear these things? Is it interesting?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, well, it's just amazing that Teresa and Coyote have worked with these young people. They've done a most excellent job. And both just are able to get into the spirit of having a good talk, a lot of frustrations, a lot of fun. Yeah, with these young people. So we have special little bouquets for them. All the same colors, most of the same plants. Just in our great appreciation. Teresa actually came up with the whole course in working with the Unitarian Church, who had a similar course. And she put the Buddhist spin on it. And a lot more, I think. So Teresa, thank you so much on behalf of everyone in the Sangha Hayan, who has been really in cahoots with Teresa in every aspect of the program to make it a kind of shining experience for everyone. So thank you, Hayan, for the wonder that you bring along with you for us. And we have some other little boutonnieres and bouquets, the same ones, for the parents who brought all these young people here and who sent dishes and food and gave help. And so would you please stand up and we'll just go around. I know here, who is where? Yes, yeah. You can all wear these boutonnieres together. Would you just introduce yourself and say who you're?
Yeah, my name is David Becker. I'm Addie Becker's dad. Yeah, we've been bringing Addie here for a number of years, family service. So, yeah, thank you all. Both. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I know here's just 3 people that she's put through this course, right?
This is my 3rd youngest. Been coming to the temple ever since the kids were babies. And yeah, my oldest child went through our first round, our pilot round. So I'm very excited to have her finish up with this. Thank you.
I see some parents. Where's Nikki? Oh, here is Jungkwon. Oh, she's just, Jungkwon has been a mother at the temple since a long time. Since a long time.
Right.
Yeah, I remember when Brandon, her son, who she adopted, came as a baby and we had a baby shower for him. Remember?
At Peace Camp in a sling.
Yeah. Thank you very much for being the ever mother and supporting our Zam program.
Thank you very much for being you. And I just can't say enough to these ladies. It is the most amazing program. I think our young people, our children have learned so much more than we know yet. It will serve them well as the years roll out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And this is Nikki from our Chicago temple. She drove 3 of the students here this time. They do carpooling and get to know each other well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Jake's mom. Yeah, thank you for getting her. And sometimes for us having your other children with us. Yeah.
Thank you, and I want to thank Teresa so much. It's really special.
Here's Carrie, and this is Hattie's mom. Both your mom and dad here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this unique experience for Addie.
I was trying to think of a song that would be appropriate right now, but let's hear from the students. What's next, Heidi?
That is next, yeah. We want to invite you all to come sit. And is that too much?
I'm gonna hit the button on that.
Okay, so I think that if you all would either stand and talk or sit up here, people could see you better rather than sitting from your seats.
I think it would be nice if all of you just came up together.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Yeah, you're sitting and then sitting in front.
Yep, yes, on and off.
Squish in here.
Wait, and then sit in front, friends, yeah, sit in front. However you want to work. Okay. Pass the mic.
I'm Tahoe. I just want to say like this program, I think it's really helped me connect back with like my Buddhist roots a lot. During COVID, I was kind of very disconnected almost to the temple in Chicago and other things. So like I just want to thank like Teresa and Hyun for how much it has like connected me back. So I feel like it's really like roots of my family because that's where my parents met too, was at the temple.
Hello, my name is Teddy, and I think the program taught me a lot of things that I didn't learn in school and in other places, so that was very helpful for me. It also helped me build a lot of friendships that I don't think I would have had without it. So yeah, I'd like to thank Teresa for getting the program going. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and what I gained from this was new friends, old friends, and things that probably teachers would not have taught us in school. Yeah. That's about it.
At first, I was a little worried because both of my siblings have gone to this program and they loved it, but I didn't know who I would be with. And when I finally got here, and after spending like 9 months with them, I would like to say that I couldn't be happier with the people that are in the program with me. And I'm glad that I got to be here.
Okay, my name's Abby, and something that I've like taken away from this, well, to start off, thank you so much, and Teresa for this experience, and there's been so many great people that I've gained friendship with, and there's so many things that I've learned that I didn't think I would ever learn, and I couldn't come for a few of them, but when I was able to come, it was really fun, and I don't regret it more fun.
Hi, my name is Jinx. So I learned a lot from this program, and it was really great. I learned stuff about myself and other people and things like that. And I want to thank Teresa and Hayden. This was a really great time, and I met a lot of friends and really met friends and grew closer with people. And yeah, it's a really great time. So thank you.
Well, thanks to everyone for this program. In the curriculum, I really like the curriculum because it was more meticulous and precise than what they do at school. Like at school, it's more like rough and they try to go over everything. They try to get the whole sex ed thing done like a week and a half. But this was over a period of 9 months, 8 of which we came. So we just had more time to go over things. I'm also happy because like I barely knew like a lot of people here I barely knew because I'm kind of new to this program. Last year at Peace Camp was my first year at Peace Camp, so I recognized some kids and I just like they're nice kids and I kind of had worries at first because like in my school kids are kind of insensitive sometimes or they're just like I mean just kind of like rude to each other, and it's just like, is it gonna be like this? But it's just kind of different from school because like everyone's on the same team, everyone's working towards a certain goal, and I also like how each month I came back a different person. Like I'll remember me at the beginning of October, I was a very different person. I had similar interests, but I've grown a lot mentally and physically since then. And just like as a person, I feel like a brand new person from October. Like since October, I've grown a lot. So you kind of see your growth as well.
So now we'd like to invite members of the audience, if you have any words of wisdom for these young people as they embark on their high school careers and beyond. Parents, you're welcome to talk to.
They don't want to hear.
Hi, I am Sarah. I think this program is wonderful. I've never heard of anything like it. And as you grow older into adolescence and into high school, my word of advice is just to be true to who you are. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. Know who you are and be true to yourself.
Hi there. I just want to tell each of you and all of us really, when in doubt, err on the side of kindness and have a blast. Enjoy every minute.
I'm very new here, but it's really inspiring seeing all of you, like, young people making a commitment to learning these things in such a really beautiful place. And I really wish I had something like this when I was your guys' age. I really, really do. But something about, growing older specifically in this time is people always say it's the journey, it's not the destination. But I think what I've learned and what you'll learn is there is no destination, and that's really freeing. So it's all the journey, and this is a beautiful part of your journey.
Thank you. Hi, Karen to Addie, Carrie. I was just going to quote my mom, and she just actually walked in. So that is a beautiful moment because she wanted to see the ceremony for Addie. So that's lovely. But what I was going to pass on was a quote that my mom said to me when I was going through a hard time. She said, "It's not forever, it's just for now." So it's not forever, it's just for now. So maybe you guys can tuck that away. If you ever need that quote, pull it out because everything changes and we're meant to experience joy. So when you're going through a hard time, just know it will pass.
Yeah, I just think this is a really cool program, and I wish I had that when I was a kid, teenager too. I just wanted to say, like, try to enjoy your youth while you have it. Like, being a teenager, I know it's really hard, especially high school. People say it's like the time of your life, but I know it can be rough sometimes. But you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. There's no rush to get anywhere. Just try to find peace with where you're at. And I know that in our society, we're so rushed to do the next thing and just go on to the next thing all the time. But just try to find peace with where you're at. And there's no rush to get anywhere or hit that milestone at any point. Just go at your own pace, and that's okay.
Raji, you? I thought of the song. I mean, it's the old song that we always sing, and it just feels like it's okay for now. It's great for now too. Everyone knows it's a camp song, and it's just a song when people are coming and going, you know, when constant change is part of our lives. And these folks have come and they're going and they always will. So those of you who know the song, we'll sing it 3 times. You'll just help me begin, and then we'll do it 2 more times. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free. Because I am in you, and you are in me. Because I am in you, and you are in me. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free. Because I am in you, and you are in me. Because I am in you, and you are in me. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free. Because I am in you, and you are in me. Because I am in you, and you are in me. Let's conclude with what we call all beings, one body.
All beings, one body.
I vow to liberate.
I vow to liberate.
Blind passions, one root.
Blind passions, one root.
I vow to terminate.
I vow to terminate.
Dharma gates, one mind.
Dharma gates, one mind.
I vow to penetrate.
I vow to penetrate.
The great way of Buddha.
The great way of Buddha.
I vow to realize.
I vow to realize.
And let's do one more. Kusan, would you lead us in Buddha's golden chain of love? And let's just get up and make a big circle.
There.
Sneaky back there.
The Buddha's golden chain of love.
The Buddha's golden chain of love.
I am a link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love.
I am a link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love,
which stretches around the world.
which stretches around the world.
I must keep my link bright and strong.
I must keep my link bright and strong.
I will be kind and gentle to every living thing.
I will be kind and gentle to every living thing,
and protect those weaker than myself.
and protect those weaker than myself.
I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts.
I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts.
Say pure and beautiful words.
Say pure and beautiful words.
And do pure and beautiful deeds.
And do pure and beautiful deeds.
Knowing that on what I do now.
Knowing that on what I do now.
Depends not only my own happiness.
Depends not only my own happiness.
But also the happiness of others.
But also the happiness of others.
May every link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love.
May every link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love
become bright and strong.
become bright and strong.
And may we all attain perfect peace.
And may we all attain perfect peace.
Let's do a wave.
Are there any announcements?
Yes. I have an announcement. You are all welcome to join in a little celebratory potluck out under the canopy. We have to have some volunteers to help us, so to bring the food out and get everything together. And then we'll all sort of hang out, play a badminton game, chat.
Go dogs!
But please, everyone's invited.
I have an announcement. If you heard them mention Peace Camp, it is the best time of year. We do a camp for 6 days and nights in the Brighton Recreation area. Please come talk to me or Teresa if you're interested in hearing more about that. We're registering now. We need volunteers. Please talk to us.
And it is all ages.
All ages, all the fun.
Yeah, all ages, family, no family.
Brandon went when he was 4 months and Rue was there when she was about 4 days.
I have an announcement, two of them actually. One, Recovery Dharma will be meeting at the Historic Temple at noon, the Yellow House next door. And two, sitting on the steps of that are 2 flats of transplants, basil, slicing cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, broccoli. Feel free to take what you'd like.
We're on a roll with announcements. Does anyone else have a good announcement?
I have one more. Teresa.
Yes, Teresa.
So, you all have heard a lot about our Zen Awakening Minds program today, and we are always looking for people to participate, adults to participate in the program, either through wanting to help co-facilitate one or more workshops, or to support the program in some way as a guest speaker if you have expertise in select areas, and it's a wide variety of areas from sociology, psychology, reproductive health. There's just so many aspects of the program that you can contribute to. So if you're interested at all in participating in that program, it gives you a hands-on look at what we do there. You can reach out to me or reach into anybody here to get to me to let me know that you're interested, because we try to do this program every day.
Okay, well, so Hachi students going to greet everyone as they come on. And Mountain. Let's all set up for the pop.
We lost the live stream. It crashed a minute and unplugged.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't even notice that.